For my first video of 2023, I figured I'd put a video together of the highlights of 2022. Hopefully you enjoy. If you're new to my channel, this will be a good kind of like trailer to watch, so you can see what my channel's about. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. What are you gonna do here?
We'll dig some potatoes. Working pretty good.
Look at this. That's hard on the butt.
Tell me about it. I just lived it.
What do you do with these potatoes that are cut like this?
We run them through the potato launcher.
Good old hairspray. This was used in the Nebraska tractor tests. Hard part, Little Devil. Here's an 88 with a number 4 picker. Here's a 66. Pan down there with litter in it. They must have a lot of cats around here. Here's an Oliver 550. This would be like an industrial because it's yellow. Here's a 1655 Oliver. Now this is it's called the corporate tractor. Property of White Motor Corp. Advanced Products Division. Insert a quarter to hear the whistle. You made the air compressor go on. This is my Oliver 66 wide front.
We had quite an adventure when we went to get this. And when we got close to where the tractor was, there were snakes everywhere. And when we were on the north-south road, you'd see a few. But when we went to the east-west road, they were crossing it, heading to the snake pits in Canada.
Later in fall, that turn gets so bad that it gets slimy and people actually slide off the road. Look what I found. I found the trophy I got with it. See, shortest jerk. Alright, so as you can see from that time lapse, we got the wheels mounted. Alright, I'll pull the subsoiler a little bit. that guy to start that guy.
One of the first units we've had in this tractor. Give him a big round of applause. It's good.
You don't want to run any wood through there?
Nope.
Hey, you can process it. It ain't great. Alright, I'm gonna get at this water pump job here. I finally got a fan. Time for some coolant. I've got some grease rag here. Looks like my dad's underwear or something, or thong. This is your underwear, right? Yours?
No, I'm not that big.
Okay. Well, let's see what we can do
I
here.
bet she's gonna run now.
Alright, let's put this kit in Wild Bill here. Doesn't give an adjustment of how close it's going to be, so what we can do is see if it works, huh?
It's like how it used to run.
What is the cause of this dent on this tractor? On this tractor, right here. I'll tell you what the cause of that is. This. And there it goes. Alright, so this is the Oliver disc plow, and this one spins freely, This one doesn't. I'm gonna expand the outer part.
And then I can take it here like this, and I can shine this thing right up. Look at the stuff that came off.
Yeah, I airbrushed it before you got here too.
Yeah. Well, that's cleaned her up. Huh?
My airbrushing did way more than what yours is doing.
Oh, I know. I know. Yep. No doubt about it. She works like a fresh booger on a wet mirror. Look at that.
That's slick.
That's slick. Yep.
This is a 1655. Same model in four-wheel drive. God, these tractors are so nice. Nicely restored. And I think just as much as the restored ones, I like the old ones too. It's an 82 270 white. Here's a 1600 with a mounted corn picker. You can see how high that is. It's got real narrow tires on it. Isn't Oliver 1950? This would be the GM engine. An 880 mist screen, 1959. Here's a 66 diesel. If you ever wonder what these were, they're clamps for holding the rams up. Oliver 1650 four-wheel drive. So if you're on one of these, the whole thing with an Orchard is the lights are down there. Protected from branches sitting it. That's why the muffler is so weird, because the muffler would be sticking up. So it's all about getting the branches to not catch things and bust them off. He's an Oliver 60, and then a Cockshutt 60. Here's a 2255 four-wheel drive with a 3150 cat in it. It's a V8. A 1955. This is a Nichols and Shepard steam engine. It'd be the company that Oliver bought in the merger. Look at this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever been on camera before?
I'm new to this.
Hey, look at who I found. I found Brian Baxter from Classic Tractor Fever. Look at this guy. Look who I found. Mike Nelson.
Good to be here. Beautiful weather, beautiful show, finest people and machinery in the world. What couldn't you like?
Look who I found. I think you're well known in the Oliver world.
Me? I didn't do it. I wasn't there.
You want to run me over? This is basically the tractor that killed the John Deere two-cylinder.
Twin brothers from another mother. They want to know what the sheath is for. That's for my tender bottom.
So I don't know, maybe you've been bored up to this point, but there's a whole nother room. There's a lot of stuff here. Because look, this tractor's galore. And you can see how big it is. So here's an interesting Oliver HG. It would be looks like it'll be an HGR. I thought they recalled all these. It's got the rubber tracks on it. Here's a 62 1962 660 Oliver with 42-inch rear wheels, single front. Let's look how long that sticks out. 1959, it happens to have the Detroit in it. So here, GM diesel power. Here's an Oliver 440. If it don't work, then they gotta be told about it.
Yeah.
So we have a shed full of tractors. And then we got a Super 88 diesel high crop. Oliver Super 77 LP Orchard. That's a rare one. This is the Oliver T&T plow. Subsoiler. They're meant to pick up the hard pan. You see how it's... You can see the bottom mixing. Can't have a thrashery without a thrasher, huh?
Yeah, that one's an Oliver Red River special.
Alright, so what we have here is a complete series of 55s. Here starts the lineup, the 15 and 55. And then the biggest of the pack, the 2255. So that arm hits it off. You're actually getting tied by string. Hey guys, I am at the original Oliver at Charles City Oliver plant location. It would be behind me here. It's pretty much fenced off all the way along it. We drove around. Here's what would be the southwest part of the Charles City plant. Looks like it's going as released. I'll put these guys back on. Mouse turds. That's a dad trick right there. I should pull this one pretty easy, huh? Oh, that'll pull easy. I have a lot of faith in my clutch, huh? Back. Here's another 77. More original than that one. So here's an Oliver 77 diesel. And it's pulling a wagon. Now this wagon is an original wagon that Oliver would move stuff around with. Here's what looks like an original 550. A 2-bottom mounted plow, and it's a slot bottom. The first Oliver 2150 came off the assembly line in Charles City in April of 1968. It used a 478 cubic inch Hercules engine with 131 certified horsepower. There's a couple pulling tractors. We got a Massey Ferguson 8480 and an Oliver 1755 called Deplorable. So what is a Goodison Oliver? This is one of them. Goodison is actually a last name. So it's from John Goodison. And he owned the John Goodison Thresher Company. Here's a sticker on the frame. Sold by Goodison Industries, Ltd. Now you're gonna have on the side panel lettering here. The shift pattern plate is different. And this is the original one. Right there. Distributed by Goodison Industries Ltd, Sarnia, Toronto.
My dad was buying tractors from a implement dealer in Freedom, Wisconsin, and he just sent a truck into Canada to get them. So this one was in Canada, and he talked my dad into buying it.
Canadian customs regulations stipulated that for tractors manufactured in the United States to be sold in Canada, some of the manufacturing had to take place within the country. First one, Goodison starts their partnership with Hartpar in 1920. Then Goodison's partnership continues with Oliver after the merger. Goodison's partnership with Oliver ends after being purchased by White in 1960.
Sniff right in that hole.
How many times did it squirt you in the face?
About every third time.
Hey, it went. It's quite a starter, isn't it? Industrial 66, so my road gear is way higher than his. Water wheel. It's turning this shaft. You turn powering that shaft up there, and then they're running different stuff off of it. Picking flour. Yep. Here's the weeds. Yep. Let me out.
No, I'm gonna leave you in.
Let me out. I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. A little 60 standard.
And now for the honing operation.
It's the Waterloo boy. Toys, anyone?
Right on this wall.
Super 66 is gonna try this out. Two bottom. Think it'll pull it? Look at that. So it needs to be a little bit tighter. We got a storm rolling in. Would you be able to reach it here?
I think so.
What happens if this is hooked to your seat and then you unhook, breakaway hitch, breaks apart?
I had that happen one time and I had a pretty good rope on there. And I made 3 rounds. After it's young off.
Oh, you wuss! You wuss!
No, him was. It's 3 bottoms.
You can see that it should be on the a little bit to the left of where the bottom is grabbing. And it's showing it here. You should have a cut line. And normally this plow would be hydraulic lift. But Oliver did offer the option to be mechanical lift, and this one's got a rooster comb. We're gonna scrape the bottoms when we get to the end. Are you gonna drop it? Rooster comb. You don't have to be light coats for this. So here's what it looks like all done. All right, I think this is the Oliver number 65. What they call a falivator. Putting fuel into the oil. All right, we dropped the oil on here and put some new oil in it.
Get straight and I'll fire.
Let me get in reverse too. All right, let's see if the 88 will start this big 2150. Here, I'm gonna see if I can get it up in the barn with the gas turned off. I think that little edge going up into the barn is gonna be enough to kill it. Circles around you.